Hello, Gemini. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Geminis, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Got some, I just about said I've got some Aquarius. Look, some of you could be dealing with Aquarius. I've got some oracles. I'm going to say that we've got some oracles that I'm laying down here for the overall weekly energy for the week ahead. I'm always reading for the week ahead. So if you've never been here before, Gemini, that's how I read, always for the week ahead. So I'm going to be putting down these oracles, and then I'm going to be putting tarot on top of them so we can get some details about what's going on in the week ahead. Welcome here, Gemini. Thank you so much for showing up here. I appreciate you. And if you decide that you would like to stay, if you're not already subscribed, there is a subscription button down in the bottom right-hand corner of this little square where I live. Welcome to all of these shenanigans and to your weekly read. I do read for you every week, Gemini. So thank you if you're cross-watching, and if you are my ride or die and you're back and you're always back, I appreciate you so, so much. Let's find out what's going on for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. Now, it's not going to resonate for everybody because we're not all at the same place in our lives, right? So it might resonate for some of you and not for others. We've got failure, we've got love, and we've got doubt. Oh, relationships is what we're talking about this week, is what it looks like here. You know what? I don't like the F word. I don't think failure is a thing, because I feel like whenever we don't get what we want, we get a lesson. And you might look at it as failure. I think failure is a 3D thing, honestly, that we see it in this world as, oh, we didn't get it, so we must have failed. I feel like it's either a lesson or you get the thing that you want. It says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And so I feel like the word failure isn't really a thing, because you don't really fail. If you get the lesson and you don't repeat the lesson, then it's not a total failure, right? We do have love. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And then we have doubt. It says, I release the need to know all the answers. So it does feel here like there is something that possibly happened in the past that maybe you would consider to be a failure, whether it's a failed marriage, a failed relationship. It feels like that. And I feel it makes you scared to love again, possibly. And we do have the doubt, right? It feels like maybe you're used to controlling the situation or controlling the outcome or having all the answers before you dive into whatever. I feel like you have doubt about love because of something that happened in the past. We do have a relationship. It says, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So I think this is the difference here. The difference, Gemini, is that back there, you were a different person than you are here. I feel like when it comes to love, that you're now in a higher level of vibration, and you're looking for people who match your higher good, your higher vibration. So I feel like it feels like you haven't failed. You've in fact learned a lesson. It was an opportunity to learn about what you didn't want. And so I feel like it wasn't a failure. I'm going to say that it taught you what you didn't want back there. Tell me more. Okay, all right, we'll leave that there. Tell me more about Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Tell me about Gemini. One more. Good. Bottom of the deck we'll look at first. Got the bell. It says there is an announcement that is coming here. We've got the key. It says successful outcome to your problems. Look, you might be finding out some information about something you've been waiting on. It feels like there will be an announcement. So maybe it's at work. Possibly you're waiting for them to announce to see who got the job. But it feels like a successful, whatever it is, a successful outcome to something that you considered to be a problem. There is going to be an announcement, or you'll finally see the end result of something. We've got success. I like it. So see, it says failure, right? But failure is not really a thing, because I think success is what we're looking at, because you got the lesson. It says, I understand a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I feel like you've learned the lesson. So I don't think that there's any risk of you going back there, I'm going to say, to whatever you feel you failed at here. I feel like you did complete the lesson successfully. And then we've got teardrops. It says a great personal sorrow, love. So I feel like that's what we're talking about. It's sort of been that theme as we began this reading here. I feel like that you are still mourning the loss of a very important relationship, it feels like, and whether that's platonic or romantic, it feels like there is a great sorrow that you're still dealing with. So you still have some sort of an open wound. I feel like you successfully learned the lesson, but even people who come back from the war end up with battle scars, right? Whether they're mental or physical. And so I feel like it's a little bit of both for you, maybe. We do have the hammock. It says, taking a vacation, physically or mentally. Oh, you need to take a break from knowing all the answers. I feel like you're overthinking. And, it wouldn't be unlike you to overthink, right? It feels like you are usually the person who can work it out, right? Like Gemini is very sort of psychic intuitive. And so you already see around the corners. You're like, okay, well, this is where I'm starting, but I already see the ending. I know how this is going. I feel like you need to take a break from overthinking. Just rest. Rest your mind for a bit, taking a vacation, physically or mentally. So I feel like whether it's physical or mental, and I think for you it's probably a mental vacation, it feels like you don't need to know all the answers. I know that you want to, but you don't need to know all the answers. You need to let the universe take over, and you need to ride shotgun for a little bit. You need to sort of follow along rather than making all the decisions and knowing all the answers. We'll put down these 2 cards here, and then we will get at the tarot. Tell me about Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. We've got expansion. So something is about to make your life a little bit bigger. It says pursue bigger and better, bigger and greater endeavors, right? The relationships now, friendships, love ships, whatever kind of ships they are, you are now finding people who are on a higher level of vibration. I feel like you're calling in people on a higher level of love. And we've got stress. Okay, so the thing is I feel like when things don't go your way, when you don't have all the answers, it stresses you out. It says cleanse and detoxify from unnecessary commitments. You might just want to tell some people no, so you can just rest your system, rest the mind, right? Because it's asking you here to take a vacation physically or mentally. It feels like you need a break from thinking, I think it is. I don't necessarily know that for some of you it could be a vacation that you're taking physically, but I feel for you it's mentally, that you've been a little bit stressed out because you don't have control of whatever the outcome is. I feel like you're trying to learn how to let go and let God. I feel like you're trying to learn to let the universe take care of it for you. But it can be a little bit stressful at the beginning. A new opportunity. I like it. It says insights gained from a new experience, a job, or a partner. So it does feel like you might be meeting someone new. A new relationship might be coming. Someone who is of your higher good. You're attracting new energies now. It feels like you might have gone through a time of expansion. And sometimes that expansion can include people dropping out of our lives when we realize that we're moving ourselves from one location to another, or one mental state to another, one vibration to another. And when we expand, not everyone expands with us. So I feel like you've just come through some sort of stressful, heartbreaking time, because the teardrops are here with the great personal sorrow. And it feels like some of the people you love maybe have dropped off, is what it feels like. All right, tell me about Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, if you are interested in a private read, please know they are open. You can look in the pinned comment. I am doing live and pre-recorded private reads. If you're interested in that, please head over to Hipsy. Let's find out what's going on for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. What else do we need to know about Gemini? We've got the Six of Swords. It's time to move on. It does feel like it's time to move on from whatever hurt you, from whatever you feel is the great personal sorrow. It's time for you to move on, because I feel like you've successfully learned that lesson. You don't have to hang back there anymore. You don't have to think about that anymore. It feels like there is a stress in moving forward, though. It feels like this stress could be mental for you, right? Gemini energy. It feels like it could be stressful thoughts that are going on. I feel like you'll be taking with you what you needed to learn, what you want to keep with you. For me as a reader, when I look at the 6 swords in the boat, it doesn't make sense to me that you would take sharp swords in the boat, at least not 6 for 2 people, right? Or 1 person in this case. I feel like the universe is, or your guides possibly, someone is guiding you to the next place. And it feels like it's time for you to leave the stress or move away from stressful thinking, it feels like here. You are going from the chaotic mindset to the calm. But I feel like it's the expansion that felt chaotic to you, the change of vibrational energy. Tell me more about Gemini, please. We've got the King of Pentacles, and I like that. It shows stability. It shows things are expanding. I think that what's expanding for you, though, is not only whatever love is. I mean, it could be a love of something that you're doing for a living, too. It could be career. But I feel like your expansion is about financial things, pursuing bigger and greater endeavors here. And it could be financially you're chasing something that you want. And if that's the case, I feel like it's time for movement. I feel like the week ahead, you are going to see movement in some type of new opportunity. If it's a job, possibly an experience, or a partner for some of you. We've got the Four of Wands. It's going to give you financial stability, whatever it is, if it is something that's financial for you. For those of you who are looking at this love opportunity, it feels like you are moving away from a chaotic mindset, which is making you feel a lot more stable. It's going to make you a lot more stable of a partner. I feel like you're meeting a stable partner, somebody who's exciting and fun, and somebody who is a soulmate. We've got 1111 here, right? We've got the Knight of Swords. That's your energy. It feels like you're ready. I'm going to say you're cutting through the stress with this Knight of Swords energy. I feel like you're standing back in your boots or your shoes or your pumps, whatever they are. I feel like you're standing up now and saying, okay, it's time to move forward to the new opportunity. I think you finally, at the end of the week, it feels like close to the end of the week, you finally get the surge of energy that it's time for me to find this new opportunity or say yes to the new opportunity, whether it's work or possibly a new love connection here. It feels like whatever lesson you had to learn in the past, you learned. So I don't think you're at risk of repeating a cycle here. But I do feel like you have to learn still how to let go and not know all the answers. Tell me what else is going on here for Gemini. We've got the Ace of Wands, we've got the High Priestess, and we've got the Three of Pentacles. It feels like we're picking up where we left off. The Three of Pentacles kind of gives me that energy sometimes. Oh, look at this. Feels like there is some sort of a lesson that's coming at you in divine timing. There's a couple of cards in the deck for me that are cards that are indications that you're about to learn a lesson or complete a cycle. This is the beginning of the lesson of learning. And for me, the Hierophant is the end of the cycle. You've learned the lesson. But I feel like you're about to learn something in divine timing here. It does feel like that there's big, deep change coming for you. And as I like to say, like, you can't stop the Wheel of Fortune, right? The Wheel of Fortune's not waiting for you. The lessons are coming, whether you're ready for the lessons or not. I feel like you've already passed some sort of test, but it feels like whether you're ready for a lesson or not, something is moving forward in a fortunate way. There is expansion. That's what this is, right? This is Jupiter energy, right? Ruled by Jupiter. The Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius. So it feels like something is expanding here. Now, it could be for some of you, it could be friendships or a friendship that is turning to love. It could be that. For some of you, it's financial expansion. So take it as it resonates for you. But the Ace of Wands tells me whatever's coming is very exciting. It feels like you've been feeling it showing up from a distance, or maybe you've been observing the person or observing the opportunity that is possibly going to be yours. But the Ace of Wands here tells me that a brand new exciting path is opening up. It's something that's very exciting, something very creative, something that you're very excited about. And I feel like you feel that already right now. Like, not only in the week ahead will you feel it more intensely, but you're feeling it right now because the High Priestess is here with the Ace of Wands, right? So it feels like there's an excitement within you, an excitement in your belly, that you know that something is about to show up. Something is going to, it's like the third pentacle is being worked on here. And I feel like it's finally got stability. I'm in my mind's eye, Charlie is showing me a stool, and a stool with 3 legs is better than one with 2, right? So I feel like there's some stability here. It feels like for some of you, it is a friend of a friend, or a friendship, or somebody that you met in a community or a group. And it feels like this is somebody who you've been thinking about a lot. It feels like this is somebody that you don't want to give up an opportunity with, but I feel like you're so exhausted from overthinking it. I feel like you have feelings that are under the surface, if this is something that is that we're talking about in terms of emotions. But we do have Piscean energy here. It does feel like there is oh, look, we've got We've got the Two of Cups and we've got the Page of Swords. So you have been viewing someone from a distance, it feels like here. It feels like this Three of Pentacles is telling me that we want to pick up where we left off. So I don't know if maybe this is someone you only see when you meet in your network, or you meet at work, or maybe you only see them at work. Possibly you only see them when you're in a certain place in your community. Tell me about the Knight of Swords, please. And this stress. I feel like it's not being able to wait for the answers, I feel, is what's giving you the stress. It feels like it's this energy here, the doubt that you have. We have Temperance. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Hermit energy. I want to say with Temperance and the Seven of Pentacles, it feels like the wait is over for you. So I feel like something is about to go down in the week ahead, whether it has to do with your workplace, work, money, financial expansion. It feels like the Hermit has got the healing lamp out to the stress card here. So I feel like you're healing your stress. And it feels like the Seven of Pentacles and the Temperance card is telling me a moment of alchemy is shifting and the wait is over for you. But it feels like you're going to know that. It feels like you've been in Hermit energy, thinking and overthinking something here, maybe a new opportunity in a relationship. It feels like you've been dealing with intrusive thoughts, all the things that could go wrong. And I feel like it's the doubt that's creeping in. It feels like that. All right, so I've been extending all the readings, Gemini, so I'm going to be extending this one as well. And I'm going to be putting it in my membership area. So if you're interested in the membership area, please look in the pinned comment below. There is a link there to join the membership area if you're interested in that. We're not just doing extensions over there. There's a bit of a tarot course over there. I've been teaching tarot over there. We've also got some lives that we do over there. There's a few other things. So I'm just going to put down some cards here. And if you would like to join us there, if you already are a member, I will see you there in just a moment. Let's find out what we're going to talk about, though. Let's find out what we're going to talk about in the extended. We've got the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like there is something that is coming that is valuable, whether this is a love connection or this is financial stuff. It feels like reciprocal energy is about to happen here. We do have the Five of Cups. Why is that? I think you've been worrying about it or sad that it might not happen, but I feel your clarity comes in the week ahead. It feels like the Ace of Swords is a realization, clarity, a phone call, contact. You make contact, they make contact with you, whatever it is. It feels like there's clarity that's coming. It's going to break through the Five of Cups energy, which is, I feel, worry and sadness, feeling like it was never going to work out for you anyway. Why did you get your hopes up? But it's coming up, this Five of Cups is coming up right around the teardrops, right? You're worried that you're going to be suffering a loss. One more card here. Page of Swords is back. We've got the World card. Very interesting. So we got the World card and we've got, oh, look at that. There is some sort of a change going on here. The higher good is happening here. So we do have the Death card. We have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the World card. So I feel like going into next week that there is a chapter that's closing, and I feel it's this chapter of doubt. This place where I feel like you're finally going to give your brains a rest. I feel the World card is telling me that there is a chapter that's closing itself or coming full circle. You're accomplishing something, or it might be a milestone that you're hitting. It could be a financial milestone for you because your finances are about to expand, right? Could be a financial milestone. Could be that your finances are changing, but understand that it's not just finances, it's energy, but it's also confidence. I can do it on my own. I built it on my own. It feels like you're coming to a place, for some of you, it's a business. You're coming to a place where your business is finally getting some stability, that you can maybe step away from it once or twice, right? Instead of having to keep your eye on it all the time. But the World card tells me that you're going to get a little bit of relief because you've been willing to change, or that transformation is here. All right. So, I'm just going to look at this Four of Wands here. Tell me what the Four of Wands is representing, please, because there is stability coming, happiness, celebration is going to be showing up, regardless of whether it's financial for you or if it's in love. And we've got the Hierophant energy, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, and we've got the Ace of Cups. So remember, I told you that there are two cards in the deck that tell me that you're at the beginning of learning a lesson, and one that tells me you've accomplished it. So I feel like the Page of Swords is telling me that there is something that is a decision is being made. I feel like you're worried that the decision is not going to be made in your favor, but I feel like it is. I feel like this is the energy telling me that there is something new that you'll be learning, an observant thing, that something you've been observing from a distance, and this tells me that you have accomplished the thing that you had tried to learn. So you're all about learning the lessons and not repeating the cycles. And I love that. Look, I feel like for some of you that there is financial stability. You might be buying a new house. It does feel like with the Ace of Cups, if this is love for you, it feels like this love, this relationship, this new opportunity finds its stability really quickly, because we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles here, and it feels like we are looking at a match set. So I'm going to say that it feels like you two are a great match set, because you two will build empires of material wealth. And I feel like your material wealth might be expanding because this person here is somebody who possibly is someone who is a realtor, or possibly someone who is very stable in their own finances. It feels like this is somebody who you might be very committed to very quickly. It feels like this Ace of Cups is telling me that there's an overflowing of emotion that happens pretty quickly, because the Knight of Swords is here. It feels like this all comes on the heels of you finally letting it go. Let it go and let the universe take care of it. It's going to end up in celebration, regardless of whether this is financial for you or a relationship. Something very exciting is about to show up for you. And it's either a choice that you made that is now going to pay off, or this is somebody who is a brand new love connection. Brand new love connection. And it's the love connection. This is the Lovers, right? So this is the one intended for you. This is Major Arcana. All right, so I'll leave that there. I'm going to go into the extension, and I'll see you there. And if not, if this is where we part ways, that's okay, because I'll be back, because I'm always back, right? I'll get back and give you more readings. You guys take care. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.